that because
what do you say about that?
I would say if a guy commits suicide, obviously there's a tragedy, and there's a tragedy for the family.
Right.
And obviously there was a problem. I don't have any data on the guy.
Right.
I don't know the guy to know one way or the other what was going on with him.
Right.
But it's a tragedy. It seems to me a little disingenuous to assume that because a Scientologist commits suicide,
right,
seems a little disingenuous to me for you to use that as a reason to criticize me or what I'm doing.
Well,
again, I don't want to minimize the tragedy of.
Yeah, I mean, if you read the suicide note, you see that I'm not making a big leap in logic here.
Okay.
However,
so
I'm not trying to criticize you, other than the fact that by not finding out more information about these suspicious deaths, about these things, these allegations, you're basically complicit because you're allowing these things to continue because you don't do anything about it.
You know, the other thing that amazes me about that, though,
what?
is again, I be concerned that what I'm about to say could be misconstrued as minimizing why the roll of the eyes.
I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say that I was going to edit it to change, like, to make it. I'm sorry, to misconstrue. Sure, go ahead.
What I'm about to say could be misconstrued as minimizing the tragedy in that family. And
okay.
I'm not trying to do that.
All right.
I'm really not trying to do that. But it amazes me that it appears that you hold, or Anonymous holds, whatever, Scientology as a group, which is a group of imperfect human beings,
right,
to being completely perfect, that no Scientologist will ever have any problem or any illness or ever die anywhere. And on the one hand, maybe I should be flattered that you think that that's the standard. Man, there's Scientologists made up of humanity, and humanity has problems. And
right.
to the extent that that the church or individual Scientologists are trying to help people,
right,
I think that's positive. But to say that, to have the expectation that because somebody dies who's Scientologist that criticizes the
I hear what you're saying.
I don't get that.
I'll tell you what's disingenuous is when you sell this idea of Dianetics and Scientology, and you sell this idea of a reactive. Sorry for assaulting you. This idea of a reactive mind, where if someone handles this and becomes clear, then all the aberrations go away. And as you go up onto the OT levels, you get even more able and more responsible. And clearly that hasn't been happening. I see your OTs coming and going, and they're behaving in a crippled manner in life, to be honest with you.
See, I think.
So you're selling this idea, and you're not delivering.
Of it.
So it's very disingenuous.
I think you've missed the fundamental of Scientology.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you have.
No. It's to make the able more able, and you're not doing it. And yet you sell these courses and this auditing at tremendous amounts of money, and yet no one is able to demonstrate any sort of ability.
Okay. Should we take that? What does that mean? No one is able to demonstrate any ability. So
I have not seen any person coming or going from this organization that's able to have, until now, this is a pretty good conversation, I must admit, until now have a fairly decent conversation. They all don't want to confront, they don't want to communicate.
Can I point out something to
Sure, go ahead.
you concerning you, like you in particular?
Yep.
The previous times when I've walked in or out of this, the thing that irritates me the most about your conversation, or attempt is that it's usually when I've gone past and my back is to you and you start throwing out crap.
I noticed that you were trying to say that.
But and one, I'm on course. I'm coming to course. I need to arrive on course on time. I'm usually running just right on the edge. And I noticed that your conversation happens after I've turned and my back is to you, when I can't do anything anyway.
Usually what happens is
the level of confront, the level of ability to have a conversation, it ain't there anyway because I'm just getting lobs at the back.
Well, usually what happens is that you get by me before I even realize that you're there, because you are a big name. The more I get you on tape, the happier I am, because, like I said, you're in the court document. So this is pure gold right here. This. David Aiden just said that he saw the pamphlet that says that there's an event going on tonight. Did you not just say that?
I think I saw the pamphlet that you're talking about.
Okay, and what did it say?
And I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna what?
You have it. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just asking you. What did the pamphlet say that you thought that I saw?
I think that you thought that somebody was coming.
What did the pamphlet say, David Aiden? Just answer the question. It's very simple. What did the pamphlet say?
Remembers it.
Maybe he can speak for himself.
Okay.
What did the pamphlet say? Are you clear?
Put in your place.
I
Are you
think
clear?
So. Wow.
First of all, I wouldn't answer that for you.
All right.
Anyway,
Let's get back to the pamphlet. What did the pamphlet say?
I think the pamphlet said that there was someone who was familiar with the stuff that was being done in Haiti.
Right.
Who was very complimentary about what was being done by the volunteer ministers.
Okay.
And that information on that was going to be, people were going to be briefed on what was going on down there.
Tonight?
I think so.
Really?
I think so. It may have been part of tonight. I wasn't planning to. I don't know. I wasn't planning to attend, so I don't know.
You weren't planning to attend?
No.
But here you are.
Here I am.
Huh. Well, how about that?
So
see, this is why I tape. This really is why I tape, because now people get to watch this and decide for themselves whether or not you're telling the truth.
Okay.
You're like, I thought I saw a pamphlet that maybe what you were talking about, and I think it said something about something being complimentary, and that there was going to be an event tonight, but I didn't plan on attending, but here I am.
Tell me what.
That's why I tape.
Okay. So tell me what you thought it said. You thought somebody was coming.
Right.
What I was saying is I saw the pamphlet. That's not what the pamphlet said that I saw.
Gotcha.
But that there was something about somebody who was very complimentary about what the volunteer ministers were doing in Haiti.
Right.
From which what I've heard they and many others have been doing incredible stuff down there. But,
so according to you, then, this event was all going to be about how someone was complimentary about the people down in Haiti.
No, it was a minor thing. I think that was a minor thing. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, refreshments at 6:30. I mean, it can't be that minor, right? You're gonna have refreshments and stuff.
Oh yeah, that means it's really big.
Well, I mean, it's a.
There's
really?
refreshments every Friday.
Is there? Refreshments every Friday? Good to know. Good to know. So yeah.
Every day there's refreshments in the cafeteria.
Well, come on now. I'm talking about special refreshments for events.
Yeah. There's special cookies. Or
how do you explain the lack of
maybe there's some vegetables that we don't usually have.
How do you explain the lack of parishioners here at your new Ideal Org?
Well, I'm not in the Ideal Org. I'm not in the org at the moment.
Okay.
But the I don't know what you want. The number of people who have been involved in
your building is empty, is what I'm telling you. I'm asking you for a comment.
Oh yeah,
on
that's
that.
right. It's totally empty.
It is. I'm here a lot. I walk by. I live right around the corner.
Okay, make sure that's also not taken. You were talking earlier about taking
editing.
Yeah.
Right. Make sure what isn't taken out of context.
When I said, oh yeah, the building's empty.
Oh no, I won't. Okay. But it is empty.
Yeah.
I come here during the busiest times, like lunchtime.
There's going to be a little thought bubble with his comments, but on the video.
I don't have time for.
Yeah, right. He's engaging.
But yeah, I mean, I come here during the busiest times, like during the course breaks, lunch times, 6 o'clock. It's supposed to be graduation every Friday, but clearly there's just no people here. So, what do you think about that?
I think you'll probably never know.
Really? I mean, I thought it was supposed to be a golden dawn of like new public flooding the Ideal Orgs.
I think you'll probably never know.
Well,
how will I never know?
If you have that much time to spend here, I want your job.
Really?
Yeah. I think you'll never know.
What do you mean?
I think there's all sorts of interesting things going on, and you'll never have a clue about what they are. So I can live with that.
That's very vague. I'm just commenting about the lack of people. If there's, let's say for example, I think you're claiming 9 million Scientologists in the world. Is that what you're claiming these days?
Me?
Well, the official Scientology.
You do that a fair amount, right?
What, generalize?
Yeah.
It's my hidden terror of others. I can't help it. But anyway, I think 9 million is the number that you're parading around.
Also, there's a certain point where you're going to have to change your pat answers, because really, I'll get tired of them after a while.
Which ones?
Oh, it's my hidden terror of others.
Oh, I've only done it twice.
No, you've done it two. This is like the third time that you've done it.
Okay, so stop at 2. Gotcha.
I'm just saying, the pat answers. Okay, interesting, funny, haha. The first time.
Well, you know what a pat answer is? You telling me that I talk in generalities. You've said that probably 4 or 5 times since we started talking.
In that case, I'm actually talking about specific times that you're talking in generalities, and mostly what I'm talking about is when you're saying something that I'm going to do something that has nothing